We'll engage a member of Mr. Ofori-Atta's legal team now, but we know that the OSP has also responded to this release. I'll bring that to you shortly, but let's now engage Frank Davis, who joins us via Zoom. Frank, many thanks for joining us. The OSP has just responded to the release that came out, and it says that they refute that Ken Ofori-Atta's name has been removed from Interpol's red notice list because the matter is still under contention. How do you respond to this?
Why is the OSP now coming to explain a fair complete? I mean, what was he doing all this while? The chronology of events he has given, he was very much aware that this matter was being contested. So when he got to the stage where Ken Ofori-Atta's name was pulled down, why didn't he mount the cameras, mount the cameras and go onto the microphones like he always does, to tell the country what has happened? Now that there is an embarrassment, he comes to explain what circumstances. Whatever it is, Ken Ofori-Atta's name has been pulled down.
With the release that circulated earlier, it said that once the OSP's charges were announced, Interpol immediately pulled the red notice posting from their website because the OSP had confirmed Mr. Ofori-Atta's lawyer's complaints to Interpol. Is that the case? Because the OSP is saying otherwise.
It is not true. It is not true. The pulling down of his name has nothing to do with the charges he has filed. Absolutely nothing to do with it. And we should stop speculating for and playing fidelity to the truth.
But when you say the OSP should...
In any event, if that was the case, why didn't you say it before? If we are all truthful to the facts and we want to speak fidelity to the law, at the time that Ken Ofori-Atta's name was pulled down, why didn't he come to tell Daniel? And look, Ken Ofori-Atta's name, I issued a red notice arrest for his arrest. His name has been pulled down because of A, B, and C. Now he waits for this to come into the public domain. Then he says what? If the Interpol is investigating the matter, it comes as a matter of reason that his name will be pulled down. Come on.
So Frank, as it stands now, can you confirm? So his name has been taken off the list simply because the matter is still under contention. Is that the case?
I said his name has been pulled down, not because he has been charged. The OSP did not meet the legal criterion for a red alert notice to be put on Ken Ofori-Atta. So his name has been pulled down. It has absolutely nothing to do with whether he has filed charges or not.
One of the reasons you have cited as the contradiction of to the legality of this red notice was the fact that charges had not been filed in court at the time. Well, yesterday the OSP formally informed us that your client has now been charged. What next?
Well, what next is up to the OSP. It is up to the OSP. You all know, but you don't want to admit the fact that you know that Ken Ofori-Atta is out of the country because of the medical procedure. He has attended onto his doctor, is recuperating, and any time that he is notified of his charges, we shall consider our option. But Ofori-Atta is not a fugitive, as the whole world was made to believe. He's fleeing justice, he's a fugitive for justice. I am going to use the force of the state behind you, I'll use the notice alert, I'll pull you down to Ghana, and all happens.
So essentially you're saying that...
I can't fall back and say, because he's saying...
Frank, are you confirming that your client is still ill and that we should not expect him?
I have said to you, I think I pick my language carefully. I said to you, he has attended onto medical surgery and he is recuperating. Why again did I say that he was ill?
Well, you just said that he's written that he's unwell and that he has to undergo surgery. You just said that a while ago.
Public notice that he was unwell. He has attended onto a medical procedure. He is recuperating. That is what I said.
So essentially he's still unwell.
He is recuperating.
Okay.
Ken Ofori-Atta has not been formally notified of any charges that have been prepared against him. I read it on social media the same way as you did, which is the style of the Special Prosecutor. I would have thought that having filed the charges, he will notify the accused person before running it into town. And that is his style. We will leave him to his style. Ken Ofori-Atta, Nanaya Kunuku has not been notified of any formal charges against him.
Interesting, but the OSP says that your client will be tried in absentia regardless.
Well, please, I am not going to involve myself in the scheme of lawyers who are talking about trial in absentia. I am not interested in it. Charges have been prepared against Ken Ofori-Atta. The OSP should know how to serve or formally notify Ken Ofori-Atta of his charges because he is not in the country. When that is done, we shall consider the next option. I am not interested in this trial in absentia business because those who are flagging it don't understand what you're saying. And I will not aid them with any education. You were all in this country when Ken Ofori-Atta requested for a video conferencing interview. Or you are not here. You interviewed me on that, which is legally permissible. The OSP said he was going to have none of that because he wanted a one-on-one engagement with Ofori-Atta, whether he wanted to dance with him, whether he wanted to eat with him, or whether he wanted to wine with him, nobody knew. He said he willingly insisted on an in-person interview as if the electronic engagement was not permissible. But the law, the Electronic Transmission Act, makes provision for video conference. He said he wouldn't have none of that. The Legal Mutual Assistance Act calls for collaboration via electronic conferencing. He said he would not have none of that.
Finally, Frank, anti-graft campaigners, Edem Senanu, has mentioned that your client, being that he held a position of power, must do, and I quote, the honorable thing. I'm saying that, if you would listen to me, kindly indulge me, I'm saying that anti-graft campaigners such as Edem Senanu, who spoke on our network, indicated that your client, who has held a position of power, should do, and I quote, the honorable thing by presenting himself to answer questions. And so that is where the comments that I spoke about earlier about the seeming lack of cooperation, which is not coming from us, but from the public. That is why I asked you about that.
You see, those Senanu and others, I don't take delight in responding to them because when I say something, I don't feel comfortable with what I'll hear myself say. And whatever he has said is his own opinion. I'm not going to engage him on what he said. That is his opinion. He should keep it in his head and keep running with it. But if he understands the rules of engagement and he understands the rights of an accused person, sure. He will not talk the way he's talking. But we all are human beings. When you are not confronted with a matter, you can talk the way you like. I'm not wishing anything ill for him. But the rights of an accused person is always respected before the law. Okay?
Right.
So he can go ahead. Yes. He can go ahead and spew whatever opinions he has. I will not engage him in a rebuttal.